Hi, this is Amy Whalen with Amy's Inklings, and today I'm going to make a real cute and quick 3x3 gift card, and then I'm also going to show you how to make the accommodating envelope with our envelope punch board. So we'll go ahead and start with the card. You're going to begin with a 6x3 inch old olive cardstock. You're going to score it and fold it so that of course it ends up at 3x3. And then we're going to use our For the Birds stamp set. If you have this stamp set, then don't forget it does have a Christmas image in it. So don't forget what your stamp sets have. It's interesting what you can discover when you pull out a stamp set and you're like, ah, I can use that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use our Memento ink pad. And we're going to first... And by the way, I'm using my size C clear block. First, we're going to go ahead and stamp the card. And then, we're going to stamp a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. Okay. And next, I'm going to actually color this image with markers. And I want to indicate a little tidbit here. One of the very first purchases I made when I became a consultant was this Many Marvelous marker set. It has all 40 of our standard colors in it. And the reason that I purchased it is because I didn't obviously have all of the ink pads at one time. And so if I needed a particular color, I knew that I could at least resort to using a marker to ink my stamp with, because with that set you have all of the 40 colors. Alright, so I went ahead and I used Cherry Cobbler to color, the scarf and the hat. And just to point out, I am using the paintbrush end of the marker, not the fine point. Alright, next we're going to use Old Olive, and we're going to color part of the ornament and his little skates. And that's it. And part of his hat. Okay. So we're going to set these pieces aside for just a moment. Alright. Actually, I need this one. Okay. The next thing we're going to do then is we're going to emboss these snowflakes. And when you emboss, it's always best to start with our embossing buddy. This takes any static away from the paper and maybe also some moisture or oil from your fingerprints, because you don't want the embossing powder to end up where it shouldn't be, because then when you heat it, it shows and it's just kind of annoying. Alright, so then we're going to use our Endless Wishes snowflake, and yes, you could tell that I was not prepared. I didn't have it ready. So let's go ahead and get these out. This is one of our photopolymer stamp sets that was in our holiday catalog, and it is one of my favorites. I use this all the time. So we have used the embossing buddy. I'm using the Versamark pad now, and I'm going to stamp a snowflake in the top left as well as the bottom right corner. Okay? And then we're going to take, this is our Iridescent Ice embossing powder. Sometimes it's easier just to put it in a container like this, because that way then you can spoon it on where you need it and tap it right back into this container. Because I'm kind of OCD, and it really bothers me after I've been using glitter or embossing powder when I feel that grit on my work surface. And I have found if I use a container like this, it does eliminate some of that stray pieces of powder going everywhere. Okay, now we're going to heat emboss this. It does take a little while, and you'll notice after a while that the snowflakes will become darker, and that's when you know, see, there it goes, that's when you know it has finished cooking. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we're finished with that. Alright, so let's go back over here I'm going to use our 1 1/4 inch punch. This is one of our old punches, but hey, it works. I love it. And then I'm going to take a piece of scrap cherry cobbler, and I'm going to punch a 1 3/8 inch circle of that. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and start assembling everything together. I love our Tombow glue. I use it all the time. It's very quick to set to dry, so you do have to be sure you're putting your image where you want it, but I love the fact that it dries quickly. Alright, and then we're going to put a little bit of glue here. And we're going to make sure when I put it down that I'm putting it so that the Y of Mary matches on those two images. So our card is done. Isn't that cute? And it was so quick and easy to make. Alright, so now we're going to make the 3x3 matching envelope. And we're going to use our really cool tool called the envelope punch board. And this enables you to make all kinds of custom size envelopes. But I know I need one that fit a 3x3, and all the information is here for you. Right here it says card size, and I'm going to find my 3x3. There it is. And it says I need to start with DSP that measures 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, which is what I have. I've already measured this. This is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then it says to start on the score line at 2 5/8, which is right there. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to put my paper there, and I'm going to punch. Then I'm going to take this nifty little bone folder that's in here on the side, and I'm going to find this line way up here. If you rest it against this little knob here, you'll find it. And then you're going to score. Okay? So you punched and you scored. Now turn, and you no longer are going to be concerned with 2 5/8. What you're going to do is look for that score line, and you're going to line this little tail up with it. So push it all the way back, find that score line, make sure this is right on it, and you're going to punch and score. Again, turn it. Here's the score line. I'm going to line this up, this little tail up with the score line. I'm going to punch, and I'm going to score. And I'm going to do it one more time. There's my score line that I just made. I'm going to make sure this little tail is right on it, and I'm going to punch and score. Okay. Now the back of this has a corner rounder, so stick the corner under here, punch, and see you rounded it. You're going to do that on all 4 corners. And there you have it. We can put this away now. Okay, so now we're going to fold on all of those score lines that we made. Okay. See how quick and easy that was? It's amazing. Alright, and there's your envelope. So I'm going to use some Tombow glue again, and I'm going to put a little bit here, and then I'm going to put a little bit here. And there is your envelope. Isn't that cute? Now, what I'm going to blog at a later time is this tote to put it in. Right now I have 5 cards and envelopes in this particular size tote, but I would imagine it would probably accommodate around 8 comfortably. But even just a set of 5 cards and 5 envelopes like this is such a cute gift that anybody would be happy to receive it. So check in with me tomorrow, and I will show you how to make this box to house this in. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.